Hello everyone, my name is Baiza Natasha and today I will talk about my final report project. So the title of my project is Morphological Analysis of the Sasak Language. Okay, so before that I would like to explain Sasak is the traditional language spoken by people on the island of Lombok, Indonesia. It is part of Austronesian language family. Same case like Indonesian, Balinese, Javanese, and many other local language in Southeast Asia. And in this presentation, I will explain several things. First, I will talk about what morphology means, and then I will describe the Sasak language and how its words are formed. And after that, I will explain the types of morphemes, examples of inflection and derivation, and the main word formation processes in Sasak. And I will also compare Sasak with English, and finally, I will share the challenges that I found during my research. Okay, so I hope this presentation can help us understand more about how rich and beautiful our local languages are. Alright, let me start with a simple explanation. So morphology is the study of the structure of words and how they are made. And every word is made of smaller parts called morphemes. A morpheme is the smallest unit of meaning in a language. So for example, in English, the word teachers has two morphemes. The first one is teach. Teach is the root or the base form that shows the main meaning. The second one is ers, is an ending that shows the plural or more than one. So teach plus ers, which means teachers, in the same way, Sasak words are also built from smaller parts. Some of these parts can stand alone. We call them free morphemes. Others cannot stand alone and must be attached to other words. We call those bound morphemes. Alright, in Sasak, these bound morphemes are usually prefixes or suffixes that change the meaning or function of a word. Okay, move to the Sasak language section. So Sasak is spoken by millions of people across Lombok Island. It is not one single uniform language. Instead, it has several dialects such as Meno, Mene, Ngeno, Ngene, Ngeto, Ngete, and Meriak, Meriku. Even though the dialects are different, they share many similar morphological rules. This means that the way Sasak speakers form words is mostly the same. So the Sasak language is rich in affixation, adding prefixes and suffixes to make new words. It also uses reduplication or repeating words to show plurality or to add emphasis. Sometimes Sasak combines two words together to make a new meaning, which we call compounding. Because of history and religion, of course, Sasak also borrows many words from Indonesian and Arabic. So, for example, words like sekolah for school and kitab for holy book are not native to Sasak but are now used in daily speech. So next we move to the next section, example of words and morphemes. To study Sasak morphology, I collected a list of 25 words. Here are some examples. The first one is ina means mother, amak means father, anak means child, bale means house, lau means fish, alus means soft or gentle, mangan means eat, jual means sell, beli means buy, and terjual means sold. So many of these words can be divided into smaller parts, which are morphemes. Let me explain a few of them. The word mangan is made up of ma and ngan. The prefix ma makes the word a verb. So mangan means to eat. The word beliang comes from beli plus ang and it means buyer. The word jualang comes from jual plus ang and it means seller. The word pelau comes from pe and lau means fisherman. Okay, that's some of the examples. In all these examples, we can see how morphemes combine to form meaningful words. Some morphemes like ma, te, and pe cannot stand alone, so they are bound morphemes. Others like ana or bale can stand alone, so they are free morphemes. Now let's talk about inflection. Inflection happens when we change the form of a word to show tense, aspect, or voice, but the meaning stays almost the same. For example, jatuh becomes terjatuh. It still means fall, but the form terjatuh show the passive voice or fallen. Jual becomes terjual, meaning sold. Tulis becomes tulisan, meaning write it, with the suffix "an" to show the imperative. Next, mangan becomes manganin, meaning to be eaten. In Sasak, the affixes te, an, and in are often used to show inflections. These small parts help speakers express different grammatical meanings without changing the basic word idea. The next process is derivation. Derivation changes the meaning of a word or its grammatical category. For example, alus alusan, which means soft, softness, jual jualang, to be sell, seller, beli beliang, which means buy, to buyer, lau pelau, which means fish, to fisherman, bale, mebale, which means house, to build a house. In all these cases, the new words are created using prefixes or suffixes. This shows that Sasak is very productive. It can make many new words easily by using derivational affixes. Derivation helps the language express people, actions, objects, and even abstract ideas. Now let's compare Sasak morphology with English. Both Sasak and English use affixation, but they use it differently. English mostly uses suffixes like ed, s, or ing, while Sasak uses more prefixes like ma, me, and te. Reduplication is very rare in English. It is only used in playful or informal words like bye-bye, TikTok, or goody-goody. But in Sasak, reduplication is an important and meaningful process used in daily communication. Both languages use compounding. In English, we see words like toothbrush, raincoat, or blackboard. In Sasak, we have bale langar and bale gede. Borrowing also happens in both. English borrows from Latin, French, and Greek, while Sasak borrows from Indonesian and Arabic. Finally, English uses conversion very often. For example, run can be both a noun and verb. Sasak also uses conversation, but not as much as English. Overall, both languages have creative ways to make new words, but Sasak uses more prefixes and repetition, while English uses more suffixes and fixed word order. Okay, next we move to the challenges. When I did this analysis, I found some challenges. Sasak has many dialects and the meaning or affixes can change by area. There are also few written sources, so I had to ask native speakers. Sometimes the same prefix can have more than one meaning, which makes analysis harder. To conclude, the Sasak language has a rich and interesting morphology. So it uses prefixes, suffixes, and reduplication to make many different words. Even though Sasak is influenced by Indonesian, it still keeps its own identity. So studying Sasak morphology helps me understand how the language works and why it is so special to the people of Lombok. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation.